Bottom center. He's not my favorite Transformer, but he's pretty damn good. He is
Optimus Prime V.
And the crowd goes wild. His opponent. Oh, wait for it. All right, his opponent in the right.
In the right.
He's not on the bottom.
He's not in the wrong either.
He's in the top. On the right. Makes sense.
He's in the right, Tasteless. He had the right away.
Yeah. This is a very big open map. It generally leads to a pretty long game, but it's sort of hard to predict the length of the game with the way that Optimus plays the matchup. But I would think if it's somebody like Optimus would probably decide for, again, a more middle-of-the-road or even a more macro-oriented opener.
Yeah, I tend to agree with you, but both players here going gas first.
Yep.
Now, of course, that could be any number of builds. I would not be surprised to see some Banshees in there.
Now I have a pop quiz question for you, Artosis.
Okay.
Are mummies scary?
Well,
I know.
which mummies are we talking about? Mothers or like mummies from...
Well, mothers are absolutely
Egypt.
terrifying, but I was talking about the Egyptian ones.
Oh, okay, the Egyptian ones. Well, people have mothers in Egypt too, and those are going to be scary.
Think
but
about your mom
mummies,
as
no.
a mummy. That
Mummies
would be
are not-
terrifying.
they
Think about
aren't
your
scary.
mummified mom coming up and trying to take your router and stop you from playing StarCraft.
Set her on fire.
Or is that the weakness of mummies is fire?
Of course.
I thought it was healing magic because they're undead.
You might
that's
be
a
right.
tough one. Well, here's the truth about mummies, though. Because I've been looking into mummies.
Yeah.
I would consider myself somewhat of a mummy connoisseur.
Yeah.
Mummies can't run. How many mummies do you know that can run?
No, that's true.
That might not matter in
but-
Egyptian catacombs.
Yeah,
or
that's
the
what I was going to
pyramids.
say.
Yeah.
That's why they can't run. It's like they don't actually need to run. It's actually scary that they're coming for you, not that they're catching you. If they're going to catch
true.
you right away, it's like, okay, well, you may have been a werewolf. You could have been a hyena. It doesn't matter. But
Could have been a hyena.
could have been a hyena, man. You think those aren't scary? Go look at a hyena at the zoo. Those things are huge. They aren't like they show you in the cartoons, Tasteless. They're giant. They can kill you. They're as scary as a lion. Pack of
I don't know,
hyenas
man.
will get you, man. They'll like run around you in circles before they kill you.
Well, hyenas, don't they eat? I thought they ate up
They are
wounded
scavengers.
animals. They are?
They're scavengers, but I'm just saying, man, they're still scary. You think they won't kill you? They'll kill you, Tasteless. I don't trust hyenas.
I saw this YouTube video. Every once in a while when I get home late from work and I can't go to bed, I watch YouTube videos. But a lion mating, it's actually hilarious. It's like 2 seconds.
Oh, really?
The lion's just like, roar, and then he's like done. I'm like, well, lions are bad lays. Now we know that.
Yep. Yes, we do.
All right.
Well, Tasteless, 2 gas there for Optimus. Going to see some cloakage.
Yep, some cloakage coming out here.
Top only won 1 gas, though, which means
Yeah.
we're not going to see cloakage. But we could see
Might
a
see
very good
ownage.
Viking.
Kind of
And, oh, look at that. The Optimus Hellion taking a lot of
Oh,
damage.
he's got to be careful.
Yeah,
oh
I'm
my God, that
surprised-
just happened.
I'm surprised he did that because he should actually know that that was never going to kill the Marine and get away.
I was going to
It's
say,
just- it's a
he's like,
math problem.
That I think the heat might be getting to Optimus.
Well, the heat certainly wasn't getting to that Marine, Tasteless.
It
No
wasn't.
sweat off his brows.
And
He
that's
took down that
flaming
Hellion.
Hellion, yeah.
Well, we do have Cloak on the way. Banshee's on the way as well. A reactor on the starport. I mean the factory.
You know what I hate?
What? What do you hate?
Every person who's ever commentated a game knows this too. Is the fact that there is a starport and a Stargate.
I know. Everyone
That
gets,
is like
everyone
so
does
hard.
it. It's fine.
Now, Banshee's coming here for both these guys. The Banshees grazing by each other. Probably wishing they
And Optimus! Almost the besting that. Not quite.
Yep.
Going after the Cloak upgrade. It's top.
Yeah, he almost did what the best Koyu does, which is drunk drive his Banshee into Marines,
Uh-oh.
and makes the Banshee have no brake pads.
Tasteless right now. This Banshee's taking a lot of damage.
Uh-oh,
The
he's
Viking's
being
on his
hunted!
tail.
Oh my God.
Wow. Losing a Banshee seconds before Cloak finishes
That's
is
huge.
not ever a happy thing. Well, it's a happy thing certainly for Top, who's now making a Raven to go with that.
I think
Viking.
Top is starting to realize that he's already taken a big lead. Every single maneuver,
Yeah.
even the minor ones coming from Optimus, have failed.
Yes. Yes, that's quite true. And when you're doing things like losing units that you're supposed to micro, and you're Optimus, a player that relies on that, a player that doesn't expand as fast as other players because he always feels like he can get an advantage by just babysitting his units more, that is a terrible sign. That's worse than a stop sign, which can be pretty bad, but sometimes pretty good.
All right, here we have the Banshee now being chased out once again. And he's got to be careful because we checked. Does he have a scan? Stockpile, he does, actually. Excuse me, I just saw. So if he actually gets there, the Viking is just ever so slower. Oh!
Yep. And Top is even making his third base at the moment.
Top is...
It was not scouted.
Top is
almost
opening
was.
a can of whoop-ass.
He is tasteless. He's not opening a can. He's unscrewing one of those 3-liter bottles from America.
He went to Costco and got the Tupperware container whoop-ass. This game, Artosis.
He rented a fire truck to spray whoop-ass.
Oh my God, he's spraying whoop-ass out of a fire truck.
Yeah, fire hose tasteless.
Fire hose on the truck. Uh-oh, very smart.
Yeah.
Drops an auto turret there, makes the Viking micro. It's up. Oh my God, it was a double kill.
And it turns out that did not work, Tasteless. Too bad.
Well, at least the Raven survives.
He would have lost both Vikings and not killed.
It's a trade which is better for Top right now than
certainly.
a loss. So
well, he's going up 3 base right now, Tasteless. It's pretty sick. We have 36 SCVs for Top, 30 for Polt, and well, it looks like we're just going to see a lot of Blue Flame Hellions. And oh, look at that! Well timed out Banshee to come in here and do some harassment. And then
Top a little bit too preoccupied.
Yeah. Too busy macroing up, making sure that his SCVs and his depots are all properly done.
Too busy attaching his fire hose to the whoop-ass fire hydrant.
You know what I love right now is Top is making Hellions out of 3 facts, and 2 of them have no add-ons. And I love that, Tasteless. I love when a Terran realizes he doesn't actually need an add-on on a building and makes things out of it. Sometimes it's just not the appropriate time to make a reactor or a tech lab.
You know what, Artosis? That's really smart because a lot of people don't appreciate that. Some people always think, well, I always have to have an add-on to every structure. Well, actually, you don't in certain macro phases.
Yeah, there you go. Thank you. Well, right now, Optimus is just moving out on the map.
He may try to break through here. He scans. Now will he deem it safe? It looks like with those 2 Hellions coming down there, he says, wait a minute, maybe not, especially with that concave coming from Top.
And the bunker as well is always going to help out. And Top even pumping out some Siege Tanks now. Now, Polt has actually been left behind in the macro game. And let me explain this a little bit, because this happens every now and then in TVT, where, hey, we're both doing a very similar thing. Well, you can't attack me because it's TVT. I'm going to make another command center. And that's what Top has done here, that players like MVP, they do it all the time. They just say, well, you're expanding, so I'm going to expand twice. In TVT, that makes sense because you get a sick defender's advantage. But in this game, Optimus is just making units off of 2 base, while his opponent has 3 base and is now making units. So Top is going to gain a gigantic lead off of this. His macro is going to be far superior. He's already at 57 SCVs against 43. He's got more mineral patches. He's got that additional refinery, and it's amazing the lead that he is actually gaining here. You know what's interesting? What you said is absolutely correct, Artosis. His economy will explode even more so in about the next minute or 2 here. Mm-hmm. But is to see just how much, especially in this game, Top is outclassing Optimus. I don't think we've seen one thing Optimus has done that's actually behooved him. You know, the thing is, Optimus, he has a lot of talent. He's a very good player. And hold on, this is a very important part of this game. Oh! And there we go. I was wondering when that was going to happen. He should have thrown down an auto turret. Top should have been sniped that. Oh. I can't believe he kept bringing that back. That's too bad. Did he throw down an auto turret to shoot down the Raven? Nope. He actually the Raven kept on microing back in because he only had 1 hotkey group. So definitely a mistake right there, but it looks like he will get his revenge. And down goes that Raven as well. Oh my God! But Top is getting ready to expand again, Artosis. Mm-hmm. You know what I really am liking, Tasteless, is Top showing the difference between, a player that's very good and considered talented for some of the things he does. Hold on, though. This is a very important fight. A lot of Siege Tanks are coming up here, and it looks like he will have to run. And, it's kind of interesting. A lot of units out in the middle map for both players right here. But something I want to touch on, as long as these guys agree not to have any battles for a moment, And Top takes another base during this, so he's going to go up to 4 bases against 3 against Polt. He's taking another as well. But, you know, a lot of people look at Polt and they're like, look, this guy's really talented. What?
Oh! Whoa, we missed this, apparently. There was a drop over here in the main Artosis. What are the damages?
Well, there's 37 SCVs to 71 right now, so he definitely killed a decent number of SCVs with that.
I think we need to say that again. 37 SCVs for Optimus, 71 for Top. That's actually insane.
Yeah, that's a big, big difference, Tasteless. Top is just rolling him over as far as macros. Even as adding a Thor, brilliant, brilliant move right there. It can tank a lot of tank damage. It can really turn Viking battles on their heads. And so, I'm going to try once again for my little spiel.
Please go.
I've tried like 4 times. These guys keep doing things to each other. Damn them to hell. Well, a lot of people look at Optimus and the things he does and says, you know what, there's a talented player. He does things like we were talking about before, wins battles he shouldn't win. That's through good micro, you know. He focuses on that a little bit more, and in certain situations it makes him look like a genius and talented and things like this. Top, on the other hand, is a player that's been around for a long time and just practices like a madman, gets his mechanics way up. Gets his understanding of certain situations way up, and that it's showing nowadays.
Oh my God, is he going to spot the SCVs? Did he see him? Did he see him?
No, I guess he didn't.
He missed him, but even then, Top pulls back. Top actually frozen with the SCVs.
Uh-ohs.
Oh no.
Goodbye, SCVs.
Oh my God, he got every single one but one. That one will write a book about that experience, I'm sure.
From a best-selling author. Maybe get on Oprah's book club.
Cry on Oprah's show, you're going to be a bestseller for life.
It's true.
Yeah, man.
I'm a millionaire.
Get me on Oprah. I'll just cry about GSL. I don't know what it's supposed to be for, but I'll get a lot of hits. You know, more people watching GSL.
That'd be awesome. I think Oprah's actually over with, though.
What?
I think Oprah's done.
What are you talking about?
I think that the show's gone, man.
Is it?
I think she finally had, like, her last episode.
Yeah, but then she's doing other stuff somewhere. She's taking
Oh,
over
I'm sure
other
she's
parts
doing
of the world.
something, man. Of course.
She's going to make her own continent.
She's like the sickest businessman, or businesswoman, rather.
Yeah.
Anyways, we have 60 SCVs at 51. That was a nice little SCV killing episode.
Now, Optimus is catching up here a little bit, guys. He's definitely losing the position game, but he's starting to catch up, at least in supply.
We do have a fusion core on the way, and more starports are being built. So there it is. We are going to go into a battle cruiser, an air-heavy game for sure. And Polt, Top, I don't think he's made his fusion core yet, which is fine. You don't actually need it that quick, because if you just have a lot of Vikings against someone who has a medium amount of Vikings and some battle cruisers, you're going to have the edge there for a little bit. Well, I love the siege line we have right now from Top. We definitely need to see some more, what's it called? Sensor tower. I can't believe I had a brain fart on the word sensor tower. Wow. But
It happens.
it does happen.
Now, Hellions coming out here. Ideally, they want to take out the SCVs. There is some defense here from Top. Looks like they take out a few in the corner and then back off. Now, this main that's been taken by Top is kind of open and undefended, but it also doesn't really have workers there, so it's not as impactful.
Looks like it has none at the moment. And Top is very smart enough to have any up there.
And no, Top is doing a great job target firing each Hellion. So there's actually going to be one Hellion left by the end of this.
Yeah.
Oh my God. It's like the most badass tank in the world.
Yeah. He took a lot of Hellions, man.
Yamato gun being upgraded. And I don't really blame Optimus for doing this, but at the same time, while he's going for battle cruisers to break out maybe 5-10 minutes from now, Top is going to have so much of the map and so much disposable income.
Well, you know what's interesting? It says Yamato cannon on the fusion core, and then in the production tab it says weapons refit. Because I remember there used to be 2 upgrades. I wonder if that's a mistake.
Might be a bug.
Yeah, I think it may be.
Nice drop here by Top. Remember, guys, Top's in the lead. I mean, he has position and economics. Polt is trying to switch this into an air game to catch Top off guard. But any SCVs the Top kills, like this right here, these mules.
Very nice. Taking out some extra mules right there. But the SCV count's very close right now.
And if
50
you
to
notice,
56. And
Top is already prepared for battle cruisers.
yeah, he's got a ton
Oh
of
my
Vikings.
God, and he has Banshees here. I think Top is going to win this Artosis.
Yeah, I think you're quite right, Tastes. We have no Thors to help out, so it's basically just, hey, I have more Vikings than you. What are you going to do about it? And right now the Viking War does wage on, and it looks like Optimus is at the same number now.
Yeah, he does have a Thor of his own, so it's going to be pretty difficult to really engage there. He might be Yamato the Thor.
Nice job.
He's got to be careful.
Battle Cruiser
Battle
down.
Cruisers are slower than the Thor or the Vikings.
Does take one out. Very well done. And now they're going to both start focusing completely upon Vikings. This is going to become a crazy Viking war. Siege tank counts are at 23 for top and Optimus, 11 for Optimus.
Optimus will need a Thor. Otherwise, if Optimus, or rather top outnumbers Optimus in the Viking count, he can just fly in there and start destroying everything.
But the supply of top is just about maxed. He has a lot more siege tanks, which, well, obviously siege tanks are great, but if you have too many more, your opponent's going to get more Vikings.
I don't know if that was really worth it, but...
Well, top right now, leaving this little area a little bit open. Uh-oh, losing some additional Vikings there that he should not have. And now trying to kite back against these BCs. It does take one out. Where is the Thor? Thor's hiding Tasis. He's afraid of battle cruisers, of course. They have a high armor.
Now, all Top has to do right now, even though Optimus' army is kind of scary, he just has to buy time in the middle of the map right now. And it looks like he's going to snipe that. No, the battle cruiser has like 1 HP.
Wow,
it's 2 HP on a 500 HP battle cruiser. It's chased out. Now, Optimus did win that engagement in the middle, at least as far as the battle goes. So it's going to be very tough for Top to actually catch up in the sheer number of air units here.
Well, for production right now, we do have Optimus throwing up a couple more starports, and we do have 6 Vikings being produced at a time from Top. But Top is keeping his money down really, really well. He doesn't have a lot of money banked up. And that's going to be a problem, because now that they're switching to air, and this is actually so funny, just like in StarCraft 1, TVT is the one matchup that you may actually want to slow down your macro and bank money in, because when the air switch comes, you have to put a ton of money into it. So the fact that Optimus has some extra money banked up is really helping him right now to keep his Viking counts up, to make battle cruisers, to get those important upgrades. So we have Top getting Thors, getting Vikings, really focusing on that. Whereas Optimus, you know, he's got an upgrade lead in the air, and he's got a lot of Vikings on.
Now, this was a lot of SCVs that Top has killed here. It's not the end of the world right now for Optimus, because he has to free up supply anyways, as does Top. In fact, we may see Top send in a multitude of SCVs to be killed here just to free up supply, because right now Top has to get a bigger army. Right now Top has most of the map.
Yeah,
and it's occupying most of it.
It's 57 SCVs for Top, 40 for Polt, and both of them are having almost 10 mules out at a time.
Nice, takes out the battle cruiser before Yamato can complete, so there's a turret here dealing damage as well.
Vikings kiting Vikings. It's a crazy sight to behold, Tasteless, who has more right now. We do have 15 for Top, but 21 for Polt. So it looks like Polt definitely has the lead here, but a Thor is on the way, and even a single Thor ball, he might be able to turn this around. Well, it looks right now like Optimus just pushing right forward, just has way more Vikings.
Oh, nice. And remember, even though the Vikings of Tops are chased out there, there's no more battle cruisers, so they can't actually destroy the siege tanks. So he has to retreat and wait for another battle cruiser. Meanwhile, Top is... he was for a split second there even in supply. His macros once again exploding as he's cranking out more Vikings. And again, guys, remember, Top still controls the middle of the map. Although, in a kind of if we do get to this weird situation, which would be like maybe 15 minutes from now, eventually Top is going to exhaust all his expansions, and the more easy ones to get access to are going to be, for Optimus, is going to be him. He can go to the left side of the map.
Yeah. But right now we do have Top starting to move his excessive siege tanks over and close off the map, as we see right here, building some additional turrets. It's great to throw down some of these turrets, because the BCs don't want to straight engage them. As you saw, they pro gamers prefer a lot of times to use their Yamato cannon on those missile turrets. Yeah. And that's just going to slow everything down and allow Top to get more bases, to deny some bases as well.
Now let me tell you guys, Optimus is going to be incredibly exhausted after this game. If he loses this, and his morale is going to be pretty low.
Yeah, Optimus really does need this win case.
All right, here we go. A Thor in the battle.
Thor can do a ton of damage here to these clumped up Vikings.
Is he target firing them or not?
Yeah, he certainly is, but now the BC's going after Thor. Thor does draw back for a moment. He's got to target those Vikings with the Thor, though. That is what he is for.
Yeah, he's not quite doing it. Okay, now he does it. 1 or 2 shots, that might be all it took.
A lot of splash damage being done, but attacking the BC quite a bit. Thor, one of the most important units of Micro in this situation. A ton of Vikings on the way here.
But it looks like Optimus got the first shots off there.
Yeah, Optimus definitely with way more Vikings right now. 24 against 15. Top, though, he has the superior economy. He has, he has so many command centers all around the map. Look at that. The Vikings just floating over siege tanks right now while turrets are being built underneath.
Look, Top has to make, so many towers, like a dozen turrets here. Not towers, turrets, excuse me. All over this location because right now, because of the way the supply is set up, right now Optimus can only get 1 or 2 battle cruisers in here.
Top has to be careful here. So dangerous to kite Viking against Viking, but these turrets doing a lot of damage right now, taking out that BC.
Beautiful. Now he just needs to get a few more turrets up there, Top does. Optimus is just trying to scramble to just get out of this position. He really needs to take back at least the left center of the map. The right center's basically already been claimed. And that's what he's doing, moving forward with his siege tanks.
Well, Optimus very smart to move some of those up to take out some of these additional missile turrets. But I'm getting nervous about these Viking counts, Tasteless. We have 23 for Top and 28 for Optimus. Now, Top, he has more bases that he can take. He has more command centers that he can send SCVs to.
And if you notice, he's really only mining gas and all of his expansions, not as many minerals.
Oh, we have a nice little Blue Flame Hellion drop here, taking out some SCVs. And, I feel like Top is he's playing a great waiting game here. He's choking off a lot of the map, but Optimus is starting to take another base finally. He really needs to get that mining ASAP. But even though Top loses some battles here and there, with all these additional bases, he's going to be able to refill these Vikings more times.
Now, here's something really nice. If Top can pull it off, is just to move in here. I actually hold that thought.
Sickest Viking flowers, Tasteless. This is a lot of Vikings from both sides right now.
Looks like Optimus is getting more shots off here. And he will actually reclaim this location finally. But 2 Blue Flame Hellions could turn this game upside down as well.
Yeah, taking out these SCVs is huge. It's going to take a while for him to get more SCVs over there or even produce more. And he is really reducing the SCV number, Tasteless. Polt right now is down to 39 SCVs.
And it looks like the answer for Optimus is to try to break through, reclaim more territory, destroying the turrets. And I think suddenly Top might have realized his game plan was a little bit too lopsided. Now he has 2 Thors here and some Vikings. The Thors are great anti-air units.
Yeah, the Thors are going to help out so much in Viking battles. You really have to stack Vikings against each other so that they all can fire at once. And if he micros this just right, if his Thors target the Vikings just right, it should give him a huge lead as the Viking count is only 2 in the favor of Optimus, 34 to 32 at the moment.
This is one hell of a game so far, as this turned into all-out air assault. And, the unfortunate thing for Top is he doesn't seem to be able to catch up, even though Top had an incredible position.
Well, right now, he is doing a few things as well. He's getting Seeker Missile, he's finishing his upgrades, he's getting Ravens as well.
Seeker Missile.
Seeker Missile can make all the difference. You make those Vikings run away, and then you just get to destroy the BCs.
You might want to do a few more Hellion drops to the left location. It's basically naked right now for Optimus. He doesn't have any structures defending, or even siege tanks defending.
Top right now definitely does have a better economy, but Optimus is going to catch up. There we go.
Closing in.
Yeah, he's not waiting for anything.
He doesn't have Seeker Missile thing yet. Top does not.
Now we got to have these Thors targeted. They can't be attacking BCs. They have to hit these Vikings. And I just do not see that happening right now, Tasteless.
Well, they will now with these additional, with the Thors all gone. And we're going to see exactly why Thors are so good. You see that, guys?
If he had been targeting those Vikings with the Thors all along, that battle would have been so one-sidedly Tops. I'm surprised and shocked that he wasn't really focusing on that part of the battle. Well, Seeker Missile is finishing, 3-3 is finishing for Top as well. Polt right now, he is 3-2, he's not even getting the 3rd armor. And Top has way more supply, man. Those extra bases he's had for so long are really kicking in. This is his timing as Optimus really continues to mine those additional bases he's just taken. You know, he may have more minerals left there, but right now he's having a hard time remaxing out. He's got to mine quite a bit.
Now, the other factor as well is that he actually, I'm curious how much experience Optimus has against Seeker Missile, too. Now, we're going to see, though, he's moving in here now. Moving towards the main base, it looks like he wants to take out, as he knows that Optimus is going to have a lacking number of siege tanks and ground forces to defend, especially with the Thors here are going to be able to take out all of battle cruisers and anything else.
Well,
Vikings.
Go ahead. Sorry about that.
No, you're fine. Go ahead.
This army right here looks pretty much unbeatable. He's added in the Ravens.
Oh!
He has the Thors. And how are you actually going to go ahead and kill that Optimus? You have very few siege tanks left.
All right, here we go. It looks like there might be an engagement here with the Vikings.
Well, those Thors are going to rule the skies, Stasis, from the ground. It's going to be pretty gross. Like a Scud missile against a F-15 fighter jet, Tasteless.
Oh, we all know what that's like, Artosis.
Of course we do.
Uh-oh. And he's going to try to move out here. Top has a tough decision. Do I go to the main or do I go to the expansion?
Well, here goes. He's flying into the range. Oh, my God. The Thors just absolutely ravage the Vikings. No way Optimus is winning this one.
Oh, my God.
Completely one-sided,
destruction here. I would say expect GG, as that is essentially checkmate. There's no way for... There it is, GG.
And I tell you what, Tasteless, Top is up 2-0 over Optimus, and he is completely... Well, not completely, but in many ways outplaying him.
Soon he's going to be able to afford like real nerd blood. He won't have to water down.
Well,
that little
soon
bottle.
He's going to just bring that over and just fill it up with the blood from Polt's nose because he just shoved him into the curb and stomped on him.
That was pretty rough there from Top. Now there was a moment where I saw Optimus getting into it, and you can see Optimus when he's up against the rope, when he's cornered, he's good. But the problem is he's not good enough to get out of that situation.
Well, he's so good at taking certain groups of units and winning battles with them. But again, the overall strategy, the overall game plan, the overall macro mechanics of Top, of a player that's worked so hard day in, day out to be able to spend all their money while macroing and doing the right strategies. When you get that solid at that tip-top level, you're going to take out a player like Polt most of the time.
Absolutely. And now the real question is, can Optimus come back in 3 games in a row to get onto the finals? Because let's face it, if we were to take the way those games looked and compare them to this best of 5, he is really cornered just like he was in those games. Maybe he's going to come back too and then lose the last one. I don't know, but frankly, I really see this as being right now a loss for Optimus. I did not expect it to look like this. 2-0 at the start, that's a bit weird.
Yeah.
But frankly, Top is playing better. Even though Optimus is bringing an A-plus game from being behind.
He's playing very well. It's
just not enough.
Overall, the overall arcing scheme of his play is not as good as Top's. Yeah. And that's where Top is taking him out. I mean, yeah, you're winning these wars with all these Vikings, but you haven't really expanded as much as Top. And eventually, Top's going to have a bunch of Thors and just splash damage the hell out of your Vikings.
It was a really interesting game, especially at the end where we saw where do you go when you have a ton of Vikings versus Vikings, and then battlecruisers come into play. Well, now you're going to need Thors. Where do you go from there? You're going to need Ravens. Yeah. So we really saw the full swing. Yeah, the only thing we didn't see in that Terran versus Terran was nukes, which they could have done that. Theoretically, nukes could have been used, but I think Sky Terran style in that is fine. We're going to have a 5-minute break, so don't go too far away. We'll be back with game number 3, Optimus versus Top, here at the GSL Codes Round of 4.